जापानी सफ़ीर किन्योरी मकसूदा का लाहौर प्रेस क्लब का दौरा। जापानी सफ़ीर का इस्तकबाल सदर लाहौर प्रेस क्लब अरशद अंसारी ने किया। सफ़ीर का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हुए कहना था कि लाहौर शहर तारीखी एतबार से बड़ी अहमियत का हामिल है, खास तौर पर लाहौर म्यूजियम, बादशाही मस्जिद और शाही किला। उनका कहना था कि यही वजह है कि हर साल हज़ारों लोग जापान से लाहौर आते हैं। लाहौर की तारीफ करते हुए उनका कहना था कि जिसे लाहौर नहीं वेख्या और जबे ही नहीं। मजीद उनका कहना था जापान और पाकिस्तान देरीना दोस्ती के तल्लुकात रखते हैं और जापान बहुत से प्रोजेक्ट पाकिस्तान लेकर आ रहा है, खास तौर पर सियाहत और क्रिकेट की फील्ड में।
Mr. Arshad Ansari, the president of the Lahore Press Club, and Mr. Zulfikar Al-Mehfud, senior vice president by LPC, and distinguished members of this press club, and friends and colleagues, thank you very much for having me. I know that Lahore Press Club is one of the oldest and the most prestigious institutions in Pakistan, and I understand that this is the first time a Japanese ambassador ever gives a press conference in this club. So I'm really honored, and this gives me joy. Now, this is my first official visit to Lahore, capital of the Punjab province, as ambassador of Japan to Pakistan, which I assumed this past February. And while we are preparing for this visit to Lahore, my embassy colleagues and I discussed a lot about what Lahore means for ordinary Japanese people. We did some research, so I do hope that you'll find this outcome of our research rather interesting. Yeah. First of all, Lahore is an ancient capital with very rich cultural and historical heritage, such as Lahore Fort, Badshahi Mosque, and of course, Fasting Buddha in Lahore Museum, if I name a few of them. I know that there are many more must-see places and must-visit places in Lahore. Someone told me there are more than 200 places. Now, by the way, we Japanese are also very proud of our own ancient capital, which is called Kyoto. I don't know how many of you ever have a chance to visit Japan, to visit Kyoto, but for us, Kyoto is a very, close to our heart. So I think that, Lahore is a kind of a Japan's, Pakistan's Kyoto. And this is a reason every year why so many Japanese tourists come to visit Lahore. And it is truly said in Punjabi, which I'm gonna pronounce hopefully. Lahore Lahore hai, jene Lahore ne vehir, o jamir ini. I hope you understand what I said.
Yes, of course, very much.
Now, second, Lahore is a center of the culture and literature with many printing and publishing houses. Yeah. This has created a very strong tradition of the freedom of expression in Pakistan, which I believe all of you, as journalists, continue to uphold and protect until today. Speaking of the cultural life, we can also find many examples of the acceptance of the Japanese culture in local life in Lahore. For example, many local Lahoreans enjoy ikebana flower arrangement and even a bonsai arrangement, and of course, Japanese martial arts karate, if I name a few of them. I was told, surprised, even the Japanese short poetry called haiku is well accepted in local haiku fans. So this gives you a strong cultural bondage between Lahore and Japan. Now, Needless to say, Lahore is the second largest city in Pakistan with vibrant economic operations. And speaking of the Japanese economic presence in Lahore, Lahore is a home to a very big Honda operations, and we continue to see a growing investment from Japan to Lahore area in Punjab province. Recently, one of the local companies, Atlas Group, has signed a new joint venture with a Japanese company. So Japanese company is now going to manufacture auto parts here in Lahore. Also, there is another company called Morinaga, food manufacturing company. They also recently decided to open new manufacturing facility in Lahore. This new facility is going to produce baby powders as well as very healthy, nutritious food for grown-ups. So these are a few of the examples which, as I told you, new investments are rolling into Lahore area. And we would like to bring more businesses here. Now, this time while I'm here in Lahore, I had a very good discussion with your governor, Governor Sarwal, and also I had just came out with a very good meeting with Speaker of the Local Assembly, Mr. Elahi. And tomorrow I'm going to have another meeting with the Chief Minister. And also we had a very good discussion with the local Japanese and Pakistani business leaders, as well as the leaders in the academicians, cultural associations. And what we are going to do is we would like to increase our interactions between Japan and Pakistan with a focus on Lahore and the Punjab province. Across the board of the relations, including a political dialogue, trade and investment, exchanges and cultural life, exchanges and sports activities. Now, just as a reminder to you, Pakistan, what Pakistan means for us, Japan. First of all, Pakistan is a very important historical and traditional partners. And I'm going to remind you that Pakistan was one of the first countries which came forward to extend a welcoming hand back to Japan after World War II. Pakistan was participated in the San Francisco Peace Treaty and signed a peace treaty with us, and Pakistan helped us to be accepted back to the international community. And speaking of the reconstruction of the war-defeated Japanese economy, we relied a lot on cotton imported from Pakistan to Japan in 1950s, 1960s, as well as 1970s. I'm old enough to remember that many of the Japanese textile industries and garment industries, they relied a lot on cotton from Pakistan. Because of this, in 3 years from now, in the year 2022, we plan to commemorate 70th anniversary of the establishment of the relations between Pakistan and Japan. And we plan to organize many events, including cultural events, people-to-people exchanges, exchange in sports activities, and many more events here in Lahore and throughout Pakistan. And also, we're gonna organize events back in Japan. And speaking of the sports activities, personally, I'd like to see some kind of the friendship match of cricket between Japanese and Pakistan teams, and some of you might be laughing at me, but believe me, even in Japan, we have cricket teams, and even many. And recently, Japanese national team under 19 won Asia Pacific qualifier games. Now, Japanese national team under 19 is entitled to go to South Africa next January to compete in World Cup.
That's great.
By the way, speaking of the cricket, I do hope that your local favorite team, Lahore Qalandars, I would like to see that they are doing slightly better.
That's great.
Now, second, on a serious note, Japan and Pakistan are partners who face and cooperate in dealing with common challenges such as terrorism, environment pollution, disaster relief, poverty alleviation, malnutrition, women's education, and women's empowerment. And Japan remembers and highly appreciates huge political, economic, and social costs which Pakistan paid and continue to pay as a frontline country of anti-terrorism, accepting so many refugees from Afghanistan. And also, Japanese experts and activists in education and female empowerment are still encouraged by and take inspiration from the historical fact that here in Lahore, two most important publications started. One of them is Tahazib Niswan, and the other one is Pearl. Those are one of the first publications who helped encourage many female readers, family members to learn about life. And speaking of the other areas of the cooperation between Japan and Pakistan, recently Japan and Pakistan had a very good and substantial security dialogue and military-to-military talks, and we signed memorandum of understanding on defense cooperation and exchanges, which I do hope to lead to more cooperation between Japan's self-defense forces and Pakistani military in the areas of anti-terrorism, disaster relief, anti-piracy operations in the high seas, if I name a few of them. Now, third, one of the most important areas is, of course, economic relations. And Pakistan and Japan have been very strong partners over the last 7 decades, and we see a huge potential and many more opportunities in further developing our economic relations between Japan and Pakistan. And in these connections, I can share with you what we are now doing. Currently, Government of Japan, Embassy of Japan, JICA, Japan's economic aid organizations, as well as the Japanese business communities in Pakistan, we are jointly working on planning of new and mutually beneficial projects, a package of the projects for Japan and Pakistan to work on. And our priorities include, among other things, safe and stable water supply and wastewater management, human resource development, including education for girls, and also we are very much interested in helping Pakistani friends and partners to build strong export industries from textile, agriculture, fishery, food industries, so that, first of all, we can replace and substitute imports by domestic productions, and also we can help Pakistan to export many extra goods and services from Pakistan to outside market. Recently, we welcomed the first shipment of mango from Multan area to Japan. And we are committed by hundreds of tons of mango from Pakistan to Japan. We are also currently in discussions with the Japanese companies and Pakistani partners about new investment in bringing in Japanese restaurants in the big cities like Lahore, Karachi, and Istanbul. And we don't forget about tourism. I know that the Pakistani government also has given the priority to promotion of the tourism. And yes, we also would like to be partners with Pakistan government and the Pakistan private sectors promoting tourism. And as I told you, for example, in the year 2022, when we organize many events in the context of the commemoration of the 70th anniversary of the Japan-Pakistan relations, we can leverage 2020 events as a great attractions of the tourists from Japan to Pakistan. And of course, we'd like to see many more Pakistani friends come to visit Japan. So, those are the things which we are now working and continue to work. And I've been here only 2 days, but based on my discussions with many of the political, business, and cultural leaders, and also I was given an extensive tour of the Lahore Fort and the Lahore Museum, and also I had a very good discussions with UET, University of Engineering and Technology of the Lahore. So I see that the great opportunities between Japan and Pakistan, between Japan and Lahore, and between Japan and Punjab province. So I rather stop here, and I'm ready to take any questions. Thank you very much.
उनका कहना था कि जापान और पाकिस्तान 2022 को मुनक्कद होने वाली 70 साला तारीखी तकरीब का इनेकाद भी करेगा। कैमरामैन आकिल के साथ हमूदुर रहमान, लाहौर 24 न्यूज़, लाहौर।